in all times do not know, are uneducated of this process of menstruation with the women. So we are asking who? The messenger. So Allah said, they ask you, the messenger, about menstruation. Because this woman has having, this is a medical research, this is a medical research why the menstruations are there. I'm not a learned man of doctoral science. I just know that women have menstruations this much, and Allah is asking, the people are asking with them to the messenger about the menstruation. So Allah said, it is a hurt. Qul huwa adha. And other word in Arabic, adha, is adha. Actually it is adhan, but when you pause it, it becomes adha. So now Allah says, Qul huwa adha. Say it is a hurt, anxiety, and other meanings to this word is they get irritated, they are hurt, they are depressed, they have tension, they are in grief, they feel lethargy, they are difficult in concentration, food cravings. So many things I have mentioned in when they are in menstruation. Medically also you can find out, a woman, if you say you feel like, no, I'm not like this, you said like this, no, I'm not. So I've said so many things. So woman has to come under some of these. You see, you tell the woman, some women, they argue for nothing, for argument. You ask them, do you feel irritated during menstruation? No, I don't feel, then you say, do you feel hurt? No, I don't feel hurt. Or you feel depressed? No, you feel don't. So when Allah says adha means aza. So one of these descriptive meanings she may fall into. So when Allah is provided this kind of behavior with the woman, she must understand. She must not fight against it. Now these men and these women, and including myself, we do not know this. So Allah has said, what you have to do? Detach from them, from the women in the menstruation. So you must understand, first physically and psychologically, both. Meaning you have to detach from the women. You understand this meaning, detach? Attach, detach. And further it says, and do not go near to them until they are purified. First is detaching, then not going near. That means you were attached. Psychologically or physically, how can you be attached to the woman that Allah said be detached? Because we are sharing one bed. Normally husband and wife, do they share one bed or not? Yes or no? Generally yes. Exception to the rule. So now detach. During menses, detach. Meaning they should not share the bed. Physically detachment. Psychological detachment is because they are irritated, because they are feeling hurt, because they are in tension, they may say certain things which may annoy you. You are not taking care of me. You are not doing this to me. I've been this, and there are many, I'm not going to details. All women know. But listen to me very carefully, you men. Do not get involved in any kind of discourse. Detached with them means do not have any, don't comfort them. They don't want comfort. They are in that position that just detach. Detach means after the write down whatever the complaints you have, you write it down. Once the phase of this period passes by, we'll have a healthy discussion at that time. Because they are irritated, you know, a man is irritated sometime, a man, you are trying to convey and he's irritated. So Allah is telling you that women are in that state of mind that you men should detach them. And women normally unconsciously get involved into a dialogue or a discussion or debate, and the husbands are not aware because Allah is saying detach, they don't understand. They get into a dialogue and debate. What is the result? Quarrel, a big quarrel, a real big quarrel. Enmity starts. You say certain words, it goes into the hearts of the woman. She keeps in her heart. And you, the man, because the man did not realize that she was not feeling well, he said it. So what happens is a big quarrel. So after the period passes by, the man has kept in his heart and the woman has kept in his heart. So that hurt is carried forward in the normal days. Then she will not give you 1 inch of room to have a dialogue. And neither you will give 1 inch room to have a dialogue, because you are so much hurt. You have hurted your wife to an extreme case, and she has hurted you to an extreme case. You did not follow the commandment of Allah. Detached means psychological, physical, total detachment. It's not a disgrace. Do not ever woman should think it is a disgrace. It is betterment for you that man should not involve in any kind of discourse, any intercourse, no sexual, no mental. Ask her to write it down. Whatever the ill and hurts and feelings you've got it with me in these days, you write it down. And when the time comes by, when the time will pass over, then we'll sit down and have a dialogue. But no, not now. So that is why in the Quran Allah says, do not go near, even women do not pray in these timings, because Allah says further, go near until they are purified. When they are purified, then come to them, and Allah has ordered you. Means do not go near them until they are purified. Purified means once they are under the state of menstruation, it's a hurt, and they are not purified, meaning psychologically and physically they don't feel purified. Physically also, psychology also. It is in the ayat. So we must know. So in those times, Quran is also, Allah said, do not read the Quran, or that's a separate discussion, and you mean Salah. Because Salah is a communication with Allah. You are not purified, how can you? Allah said, La yamassu illa al-mutahharun. It is for men and women both. Men also are not purified. They can't touch the essence of Allah's ayahs. So women in these periods are not purified. They can't touch the essence of Allah's ayahs. So you must understand, men, believing men, it's an education. Whenever your wives are in that phase, it is you who have to detach. They have to get educate from them, because they are in that state of mind. Whatever the reason they may have, you can write it down. After 7 days I will talk to you. And if you practice in life, then the healthy relationship begins. If you will not, if you read it and you keep on having those dialogues, and you keep on having sleeping in the same time, believe me, it will depart. It will more it will be to the extent of divorce. Believe me, because that's what's going on in the Western world, or in the non-Muslim society. They don't practice this ayat. They try to prove by the medical science that it is all right. Nothing happens. Astaghfirullah. And believe me, by their theories. The fact is, it is that she feels this position. She should be separated in those times. And then Allah said, then come to them from where Allah has ordered you. This ayat is very clear. Every man knows how and when, how to go near women where Allah has ordered you. So now further, on page 5 and 6, Al-Baqarah 2, ayat 223. Nisa'ukum harthul lakum fa'atu harthakum anna shi'tum wa qaddimu li anfusikum wattaqullah wa'lamu annakum mulaquh wa bashiril mu'minin. Your women are a cultivated land for you. So come to your cultivated land how you will, and advance for your psyche and take guard of Allah, and know that you are going to meet Him, and give the good news to the believers. Now Allah is describing again the women's personality. First they were adornments. Now Allah said they are like cultivated land. Like Nisa'akum harsul. For men they are cultivated land. Hars. Kheti in Urdu. You must understand. So Allah says, so come to your cultivated land how you will. How you will is meaning any manner to have a production of child, even test tube baby. Because what you do in cultivation, what is the cultivation? Cultivation means to produce in a land which produces something, right? So the men should know how the farmer take care of the cultivated land. Similarly, the woman should know that she's like born like this. She's made like this. Born, she's made like this. She's an adornment and she's a cultivated land. So the men should take care of the woman in a manner that she is a cultivated land. So, and Allah say, how you will, you come, you go to the cultivated, near the cultivated land as you like. So the how in the word in annashi to mean how means in any manner, I'm telling you, in any manner, keeping in mind that they should have a children. You can consult doctors, you can consult anybody to have children. That is the purpose of, main purpose of women. If you are not having relationship with your wives for cultivation, you are creating problem for you, because she is made for cultivation. And if you are not having children, because I got married and in America and Western world they say we lived 3-4 years together, we will not have children, we'll just try to see how we understand each other. You know, this is the stupidest idea of living together, having any kind of relationship. The woman will not like you an inch if she doesn't have a child from you. You remember this, the Quran says you have not touched any woman. Maryam says, how can I have a child when no man has touched me? Man can only touch a woman if she bears a child from that man. No woman is being touched by a man, even if you have a sexual relationship. But if she doesn't have a child from you, you have not touched her. Remember this, you have not touched any woman physically, sexually, whatever you have done to her. But if she has not produced a child from you, she has no regard, nothing has happened to her. Because Allah says if she takes a divorce, she can marry immediately. She can get married immediately. She doesn't have to go through the iddat or the counting of the periods. But a man who's got children from any woman, 4 months and 10 days for a widow, and 3 months and other periods are required, maybe 3 months, 6 months, that is a different issue. Divorce, I'll be delivering a lecture on divorce, that how it takes place. It takes some time for women to forget the man whom she bore a child. That means she's being touched. If you have not have any children from any woman, has not. So remember, so now Allah says she's a cultivated land. So however you will, meaning you can plan with your wife for having children. But your aim should be to have children. And advance good deeds for your souls. Advance good for your souls. What we do is, when we have to we have to appreciate, give some gift, nice manners, so that it becomes a memory of good in the past. You know, we are leading a life where we are having relationship with our husband and wives. We use certain words. If you are using good words, they remain good in the memory of the women and men. Or if you use bad words or wrong words, and it leaves a bad memory. So Allah says advance. Advance means go, send ahead. Good words for your souls, and take guard of Allah, and know that you are going to meet Him, and give the good news to the believers. So the believers is the good news. So when you have to share this kind of sexual relationship, you must know you can do any manner, you can have any kind of relation with your wives, but advance good deeds, good works to each other, both of them. But it is referring to male here. Similarly, the timings are mentioned. Similarly, the ribaldry is mentioned. So what I'm saying, but you should know that you should plan the difference of for one child to another child. 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, whatever, but she should be used for cultivation, not for any other purpose only. Now, how much the difference is, you go to another staple page, I will explain to you that in Surah Al-Aqaf 46, Ayah 15. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ إِحْسَانًا حَمَلَتْهُ أُمُّهُ كُرْهًا وَوَضَعَتْهُ كُرْهًا وَحَمْلُهُ وَفِصَالُهُ 30 شهرا. That's not the complete ayat. I am reading below another ayat. That these are portions of the ayat that is related to our topic. Al-Baqarah 2:233. وَالْوَالِدَاتُ يُرْضِعْنَا أَوْلَادَهُنَّ حَوْلَيْنِ كَامِلَيْنِ. And the mothers will suckle, nourish their children, completing 2 periodic surroundings. We gave the testament to the man to give good, to be good with his parents. His mother carried him dislikingly and placed him dislikingly, and his carrying and his weaning separation is 30 months. Now I am reading these two verses to explain to you what is the family planning, or how the husband should have a relationship with his wife in keeping view of the cultivation. How? The Allah says that we gave the testament to the man to be good with his parents. Now his mother carried the child in dislikeness, and give birth in disliking, means by compulsion, and his carrying, meaning pregnancy period, and his weaning or separation, meaning breastfeeding, 2 periods, is 30 months. Look, the Arabic word is وَحَمْلُهُ, last line, وَحَمْلُهُ وَفِصَالُهُ ثَلَاثُونَ شَهْرًا. It means وَحَمْلُهُ وَفِصَالُهُ ثَلَاثُونَ شَهْرًا means his weaning and his carrying and his weaning separation is 30 months. One is the pregnancy period and one is the breastfeeding period, 2 periods. Further I said the mother will suckle the nourish their children, completing the 2 periodic surroundings. One is the surrounding in the mother's womb and one is the outer surrounding. These are the 2 surroundings, and these 2 surroundings should be covered by woman. And the period is mentioned is 30 months, meaning 2 years and 6 months. 2 years and 6 months. In Arabic is awladahunna hawlaini. Hawl is 1 surrounding. Hawl in Arabic means 1 surrounding. Hawlaini means 2 surroundings. Kamilaini means 2, completing 2 surrounding, 2. So 1 surrounding is the pregnancy, the child is being nourished in the mother's womb, and the rest is outer surrounding from the mother's breast. So they are 2 surroundings. Allah says the completing of these 2 is 30 months. So how will we analyze how much time the woman is to breastfeed, right? To feed. I will ask you, total is 30 months. Both periods is total is 30 months, 2 years and 6 months. If I say, if the child is born in 6 months, how much, in 6 months a child is born, how much months are required to breastfeed the child? 24 months or 2 years. If the child is born in 6 months, so 2 years she has to, the outer surrounding would be 2 years. The inner surrounding is 6 months, so 2 years will be the outer surroundings. Inner surroundings would be 6 months. 7 months, 23 months. 8 months, 22. 9 months, 21. It's not 2 years. It depends. 1 year 9. It depends upon you. The woman knows my baby from the day she was pregnant and the day the child was born. The mother knows the amount of months. 7 months baby, 8 months baby, 9 months baby, and the other rest of the feeding would be according to complete the 30 months would be accordingly. Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Now, normally women do not have menstruation normally, I'm not saying 100%, normally some women, there are many women who do not have any menstruations during the breastfeeding. So suppose this whole period would be 30 months. She's breastfeeding the child and the child was born. Now automatically in this period she cannot have a baby. By naturally, if she's not having menstruation. But there are certain ladies do have menstruation. So we are talking about those women who do not have menstruation. during this feeding period, so that will become how many months? 30 months, meaning 2 years and 6 months. So that is natural family planning. If you go beyond 6 months or 1 month rest period of the wife, because she has given 2 months, you won't even have immediately a child after 2.5 years. That comes to 2.5 years. You must give some rest, as the farmer gives rest to the land. That means a child difference, an approximate difference I am giving by the ayahs would be more than 3 years. One child, another child should be a difference of 3 years. So in a healthy woman can have maximum how many in 20 years she may have 4 children, 4 people, 4 kids in a difference of 3 years. So you can imagine it's not an easy matter that in every year you are having children. So family planning is indirectly educated by the ayahs, that we can have family planning according to these understandings of these ayahs. In the staple page again, Surah Al-Asr 17 and ayah 31, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ إِنَّ قَتْلَهُمْ كَانَ خِطْئًا كَبِيرًا. And do not kill your children for the fear of poverty. We provide sustenance to them and to you. Surely their killing is a big mistake. Now here Allah is telling us that women should not kill the children, or not sorry women, it is generally men and women both. They should not kill the children for the fear of poverty. They fear, there are 2-3 reasons that men do not have. I tell you, if they have 3 to 4 years difference, so it is already in a span of 18 years or 20 years, they can have 4 children. So that means Allah is telling us, but if you are afraid of having children because of poverty, if you have children and because of we are poor people and who's going to serve, we can't give them education, we can't do this, so this is wrong. So Allah said, do not kill your children for the fear of poverty. We provide sustenance to them and to you. Surely their killing is a big mistake. So we should not have this kind of idea of not having kids. Only they say 1 or 2, that's all. No. They are cultivating the land. We must have cultivation, but in a periods of times. If they are healthy women, if they are having some problems medically, of course that's an exception. So these ayahs that I discussed were related to sexual relationship. Now I am coming back to the psychological relationship with husband and wife. On page 11 and 12. Surah An-Nisa 4 and ayah 34. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله واللاتي تخافون نشوزهن فعظوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن فإن أطعنكم فلا تبتغوا عليهن سبيلا إن الله كان عليا كبيرا. The men are those who take a stand over the woman with what Allah has given the bounty to any one of them over the other, and with what they spend from their wealth. So women are those who amend, that is they correct, who are devout, and they preserve for the absent with what Allah has preserved. And those women whom you fear of their jarring, emotional shock, then sermon them and abandon them in the beds and strike them. So if they obey you, then do not seek over them away. Surely Allah is high, great. Now in this ayah, Allah is describing the behavior and what is the standpoint of men and women both. First he describes that men are those who take a stand over women. Taking a stand means what? From all kinds of misbehavior from other people, you take a stand for the woman. You take a stand. on them, over them. Because of the, I read to you, because of this emotional hurtness that is related to their menstruation, they are sometimes mostly emotionally worked up. You have to take a stand. They may have feelings for certain thing to an extent that you have to take a stand. In all aspects you have to take a stand. Men has to take a stand. By guarding also, you have to take a stand. So men should take a stand on women, is taking a stand, taking actions which you have to take decision in life. Now what happened? Whatever Allah has given them bounty to any one of them over the other. Because among men, there are difference of intelligence, and among men, there are difference of wealth. So any man whom the girl or the woman whom he is married to, that man will take a stand according to what Allah has provided him. The wealth, whatever Allah has provided him, the intelligence. It says very clearly, what Allah has given the bounty to any one of them over the other. He may take a stand according to his standard. The woman should not point that, look at that man, he is better off. You must do like that. You must not, she must not say this. Because the man can take a stand over the woman what Allah has provided him. The intelligence and the financial aspect. He can take a stand over his wife according to what is being provided by Allah to him. So he should also not look here and there, up and down. He should not look above his people who is above him, and he should not look beyond what is beyond him, below him. Neither the woman should, neither he should. Otherwise he start doing wrong things. So that is what Allah says, the man should take a stand over the woman with what Allah has given bounty to any one of them over the other, and with what they spend from their wealth. Whatever the wealth Allah has provided, they had to spend the wealth over them. Wealth. So look at the men, the quality or the behavior, the character trait is coming of a man, a believing man. And in the whole world, men are spending money on women without realizing, I'm talking about wives, how much they have spent in millions and billions without even thinking once, okay, I've spent such amount of money. If you, from the day you got married till the day you die, if you take an account, you may have spent so much of money. But if money spends some money on you, she makes sure that you return it. My money is my money. Your money is also my money. That's the psychology of a woman. So you must understand that. She's not bad, she's like this. So man is spending, he feels proud to spend, he feels great to, and she enjoys when she's been spent on him, on her. She feels happy about it. I got a car, I got a house, my husband gave me this, my husband did this, my husband did this. And she enjoys this, she's made like this. So this is the behavior we must understand. We must not go the other way around. Look, I want to spend on you. Husband, you sit in the home. So it is not like that. So every male, every man that Allah has made, he will spend according to his means, according to his status, according to his intelligence. So women should know that this is the character trait of a believing man. And I as a woman, what I have to do is further. So the women are those who correct, amend, are those who are devout, and are those who preserve from the absent what Allah has preserved them. In His absence, she preserved her personality, she preserved her psychology, she preserved her physical personality, physical body, and she preserved the belongings of the husband in his house. So many things. Husband is outside, going to the office. She's got the whole house in her hands. She can do anything what she likes. She has to preserve in the absence of the husband. You understand what I'm saying? That is what Allah said. They should correct. And the word there is first salihat, islah. In Arabic, islah means to correct. She should keep on correcting herself. She should be devout, and she should preserve in the absence or for the absence with what Allah has made her to preserve. She knows this, that in my absence of the husband, she has to preserve the house, she has to be in charge of the house and the keys and everything she's got in a house. It is the husband's belonging. Whatever the husband is given to her, it's hers. Whatever the husband has given to her is hers. But whatever the husband says, don't think it's yours. So you have to preserve in the absence of the husband's absence. This is what her character comes. Both characters. Men are spending, he is to spend. Man has to spend on the woman all his life. Intelligently he has to take a stand. And she has to be amending or correcting herself. She keep on correcting herself. She should be devout and she should preserve. And now comes those women whom you fear of their jarring emotional shock. Then sermon them, number one. Abandon them in their beds and strike them. So if they obey you, then do not seek over them away. Surely Allah is high and great. Now, this is very important verse, portion of the ayah, which most of the Muslim scholars and non-Muslim scholars are putting this issue that men are allowed to beat the woman or strike the woman.